Welcome back to Concrete with the Hosses. I must drop the camera there. So we just came down the street. We're doing this patio for a customer. They lived here, I don't know, 20 years maybe. But they have this red stamped sidewalk coming around. And they have all that seating under roof. Now they want to add some seating out here. So we're going to come right off of the deck inside of that post and make a curved patio for them right around to that upper post. So what we did, we pulled a height off of the lowest point of the concrete and we set our grade pins out here. That's 2% fall coming out. So now I'm going to come in and dig this topsoil and dirt and debris and power it up outside here. You can see we have about a foot of elevation difference. So I'm going to use this dirt to transition into the yard. Probably about 6-7 feet out here at the worst, and then we'll taper it on the ends. So we're going to go ahead and get the excavation done. We want to have this ready to pour tomorrow morning. So we got to get busy on it. That was really nice topsoil to dig out of here, so I'm glad we saved that. We'll just blend that and make it real nice. I think I hit one rock. That was such a treat to dig that out. So now we'll pull 11 foot. Jim, what was our number off the post? 9.6. We'll pull 9.6 off of that post and we'll set our radius, setting our half circle right around there. So we have two power buggies running, pulling stone in. That deep side over there, we're going about a foot thick. So we're going to go ahead and get it gravelled in there. Now this is 2B limestone. It doesn't need compacted, but when we're going that thick, we'll run a tamper across it just to lock it together better. So we are 1, 2, 3 buggies short of stone. So we'll just bring that with us in the morning. It's getting kind of late. No sense running and getting a little bit of stone. We'll do that first thing in the morning. So it looks like we're able to pour here. So time well spent. We got a lot of work done already. It's only Tuesday. Hey, good morning everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. We ran a little bit short of stone yesterday. So we ran 3 power buggies of 2B limestone in here this morning. I want to say it was about 20 after 6 when we fired up the power buggies. I'm waiting for the police to show up any minute, but hopefully they don't. Just finished tamping it. So we're putting in our wire mesh and getting our rebar in. This edge over here may be exposed the way the grade comes up. You might see a little bit of this. So we line this with our broken stone, and then that way if the grade doesn't come to the top, at least they have a decorative edge to look at. They're finishing up that little form there. So we'll get the wire in, get a grade pin set, Concrete is due in about 15-20 minutes. Stay tuned. Look at that sunrise coming up. It's going to be a great day. So they just went over and tied all the wire and rods together. That way when we're dumping, it doesn't move and slide everywhere. So it's a nice rebar grid. We'll pull that up into the concrete as we dump them. Steve and I are going to get on color. So this is a real bright red color we're putting in this to match what's already there. So once you get all the color in, just a nice light hose. Just misting those fins to wash the color in. That's really all it takes. A lot of heat coming out of there. So the pour went really well. I wish it would have gone just a little bit quicker. The concrete was getting kind of tight at the end. Once you put that color in the concrete, it really starts making a lot of heat with the additional spins of the drum. Let's see. But we're still in really good shape. Sun's coming up. It's all in full sun, so we're not going to want to drag our feet on this. It's gonna start setting and go quick. So we'll get the camera set up for some of that. We're going to cut in just a little border around here, like a 5.5 inch border matching that post around the perimeter. It'll slow the stamping down a little bit, but nothing we can't handle, hopefully. Okay, the concrete's been on the ground about 15 minutes. We did a real quick cleanup. Steve's hitting it with Big Blue, our Fresno. It's cleaning up real nice. That way we won't have to get on that and trowel it. We can just start stamping. That'll save us a lot of time. Tommy's coming down here with our curb edger, cutting in our 5.5 inch border. Yeah, just getting started. That post is a little bit twisted. So we're going to take that all the way around the perimeter. All right, we just cut in our border from post to post, just a little touch up here, and I think we are about ready to start stamping. Just trying to clean these pull cuts up, open them up a little bit nicer. And that'll stamp real nice, and we're just texturing between these cuts. This little 6-inch space here only gets a texture. Palm's going to try and hit the center with our joiner on the stick. So the concrete's laying here just a little bit longer than usual. It's kind of cool out this morning, so it's taking its time setting up. It's not going to be long now. We're half in the sun. Steven is using our small wheel to dress up this border to give it a slate texture. It's a pretty fast process. And we went with the 6-inch for 2 reasons. It works our wheel width, as well as we can come off of the corners of the post. So he's almost halfway done with the border when the concrete's a little bit too wet to stamp. So that way we can push forward with that. That's one more thing done for when the concrete is ready to go. It's all about staying ahead of it. There we go. So Steve does that. I take our floppy that is the same texture as our majestic Ashler slates, and we do the first, foot and a half inside. Especially on these curves, that's a must. Because we're going to be stamping a square pattern here. That way there'll be texture on these ends. We won't have to fight with our big patterns on that. Light tapped in. Definitely not ready to get on yet. So we just repeat this process all the way around. So now we're in just about all full sun. We're going to start stamping up here. So we take our liquid and we spray each pattern as well as the surface of the concrete to keep everything nice and coated so we don't get any concrete stickage. Like that, Steve?
Stickage.
Stickage. Okay, here we go. So I'm standing on the pattern and I just take it and work it right up to where I want it to stop. I got 2 mortar joints. I'm just trying to touch that border and no more. It's better to be a little short, and then you can touch it up with a wheel. I'm gonna go one time right there.
Yeah, there's two right here.
Working way around. Yeah, we left this triangle out. He said he was going to cut in here, maybe.
You can just
Maybe just hit that with a skin.
It's all texture.
Okay, then we're good.
It's a big, like, triangle right here.
I'll just put one right down the side.
Well, got it. Okay, so I went past a little bit on this one, so we'll wheel that out and get that right now before it sets in there and we can't get it out. All right, stay there, Steve. And what I like how we did this, we stamped right across. Mortar joints line up. Where are you going, Tom?
I need to get this done. So I can get this done.
So now all of our mortar joints line up into this pad straight through.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I would not. I didn't buy it.
Okay, now we'll pull this face off. We have our broken stone edge. Give you a quick overview. About done, Stephen? Just double check, Hudson. All right. And again, I always like to look at these cuts, mortar joints. We like those to be nice and straight. Sometimes we do get a little kink in there, like that one out there, just a little bit. Just try and keep it to a minimum. I think all in all, they look pretty good. So we'll let this dry and we'll get our smoke antiquing on it. Let's go ahead and break down this form. I just took the forms off and the rubber liners are off, and that is the broken stone edge. Now, when we're grading in here, we have the option. We can bring the grade up to full height, or if we want to hold it down to work the slope, it's not going to look bad, raw concrete edge. Now we have a decorative edge there. Let me back up a little bit and show you what I'm talking about. So if we bring it up to the top of the patio, you know, it might just be a little bit too steep through here. So we have that option. Nice to have options. So that was a nice big stamped patio. Actually, that is the third Majestic Ashler stamp we've done this week. So it was real nice. Usually we're put them away, get them back out. So we just left them in the truck for 4 days. And now we can just unload. So everything is about cleaned up, and we'll come back later, give this a cleaning, saw cutting, coloring, and sealing, and should be done. So again, thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. Our next job is a good sized basement. We're going to run over and get that ready. We'll get some of that for you. So thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one.